So this is the continuation of the series where I'm going to be discussing all the players that participated in the just concluded FIFA Club World Cup tournament in the USA that Chelsea became champions. The 3-0 win against PSG in the final was one of the best final performances by Chelsea by a long margin, because a lot of people did not even give Chelsea a chance. I saw some crazy pre-match analysis where people said if Chelsea were to be defeated 3-0, 4-0, then it was a good scoreline in Chelsea's favor, because, some predicting 7-1 and 64-0. I know those guys were just exaggerating, but PSG are a good side. But Chelsea just proved to the world that they might just be, one of the biggest teams around. And, Chelsea have a history of doing so well in the final, especially if they get the underdog tag. So now, in my last video, I discussed about Levi Colwill, how he has improved. Today, I'm going to be discussing Trevor Chalobah. I think when he went on loan at Crystal Palace and then came back in January, since then he has really done well for himself and for Chelsea, and that has stabilized the team in a very, very positive way. At some point, Chilwell, Trevor Chalobah, Raheem Sterling, all these guys were asked to train on their own, because Maresca made it known to everybody that they were not part of the squad, and he had no intentions of playing them or letting them train with the first team. And Chalobah being the cool-headed guy that he is, a lover of Jesus Christ, because I've seen him make posts about Jesus, quoting Bible verses and all of that. He was still positive. He never put his foot wrong. He never said anything bad about the coach or the team or the management. And when he got the chance to go on loan at Crystal Palace, he took it, and he was very solid for them. So just about after Christmas, we had some injury crisis. Fofana was injured. Chelsea defense was in shambles, and Chalobah came back. So on his first return game that he played for Chelsea, he had a fantastic game. Chelsea won that game. He should have scored, even though that Madueke, had to just pounce on his goal-bound, attempt and, get a goal for himself. Chalobah did so well and was going to be rewarded with a goal in that game. I think he gave an assist as well. And since then, he has not looked back. So, me personally, I felt Maresca was going to play Tosin and Levi Colwill ahead of Chalobah. But Maresca has proven in this tournament that not every decision that he makes, though managers make mistakes, but most of his decisions at this point, even if we are going to question them, we have to think very well before questioning his tactics. Because when he played Rich James in the middle, I was just confused. I knew we were going to have an off day, but James and Chelsea's midfield performing the way they did against one of the best midfield in the world right now, I just had to raise my hands for Maresca. I think he surprised me a lot. And then picking Chalobah over Tosin, whom I think is more calm, is more composed. Aerially, he's better than any of our centre backs. And then, of course, he can, pose as a goal threat, because he has scored some goals here and there. And, I felt Chalobah was more of a tackler, somebody that can just, not really as composed, as calm as Tosin. But Maresca went with him ahead of Tosin, and he rewarded, Maresca 100%. There was this slight tackle that he did on Kvaratskhelia, and then there were some very good performances that he put in. And, Chalobah is like an example for the rest of the players. when you're having a tough time and then it looks like everything is all done, once you keep your head down, focus on what you know how to do best, you are going to get there. So Chalobah has cemented himself as a Chelsea first team player now. I don't think he's going to be, thrown into the market like the last time. And I'm 100% sure he's going to be considered as part of the first team now. And 100% I believe he's going to be staying, even though Chelsea are making plans of, bringing in a centre back. I think Chalobah is just awesome at this point, and this is my appreciation post. I think Chalobah is an example for the rest of the young players, like especially the Cobham boys. If you put your head down, if you work hard, if you are humble, if you take instructions, then the sky is your limit. And Chalobah, at this point, you have won my heart, and I'm 100% sure Chelsea are going to keep you because you play for Chelsea, you bleed blue, and Chelsea is your home, and now you have proven that, of course, you deserve to be at Chelsea, and you are at that level. At some point, I thought maybe you are good, but not necessarily at Chelsea's level. But now you have proven beyond doubt that you are a Chelsea level kind of player, and that's just it at this point. So I'm 100% going to back you. I'm 100%, giving you your flowers now. If you and Colwill and Tosin, can continue with the way you guys have been playing, to go the entire FIFA Club World Cup competition without conceding in the first half and being the only team to have done that, putting 3 goals past PSG and keeping a clean sheet, come on, that's too much. Yeah, that's too much, And then, scoring 5 goals in the semi-finals and the finals, and then, come on, and not conceding a goal is just how good this team has improved. Because at the start of last season, Chelsea were porous, conceding goals here and there, but now the team looks solid. There's a defensive unit there that is working, and I think that's down to Chalobah and Colwill.